This is new video from Scott and White Hospital in Temple as medical choppers were arriving with injured patients.
We want to turn now to KITV's Rachel Kent live at Scott and White. And Rachel, what is the latest information on the patients who were taken there tonight?
Judy, we're actually waiting for that press conference to start. You can see they're actually walking in right now. The press conference should start in a matter of minutes. We do know that there are 6 patients here right now, and they are the most critical of patients. I'm actually going to step out of the way so they can start this press conference for you guys. Judy and Walt, they're going to take this now.
We're waiting for doctors at Scott and White Hospital. We know that 6 of the most critically injured people at Fort Hood today were taken there. Shots to the abdomen and neck, fighting for their lives, flown by helicopter to Scott and White Hospital there in Temple. They addressed the media just about 2 hours ago, but now they have much more information. At that point, 4 patients had only been taken there. Now we are up to 6.
Tragically, they are prepared for incidences like this, especially after 2009. They also had to deal with the Luby shooting in 1991. So they are no strangers to tragedy in the Waco, Temple, Killeen area, and they are standing by now to give us the latest information from the hospital. Let's listen in and see if they are ready to go.
This, of course, also the hospital where some of those... Here's the doctor now.
We're having some audio problems. Of course, this is live breaking news. There is no mic at the podium. We're going to get that figured out and bring it to you as we can. Now, President Obama is in Chicago tonight. He says this tragedy is all too familiar.
Good, and we began accepting patients coming over from the fort. First, I'd like to extend my condolences to the victims and their families tonight. We know there's been a lot of people suffering with physical injuries and the emotional trauma of what has been going on. So far, we've accepted 9 patients who have been sent over from the fort. We have 8 of them are currently in our facility right now receiving care, and there's still 1 more who should be arriving shortly. So this situation appears to be, at this point, pretty well contained, and that's the extent of the folks that we are anticipating getting in our facilities for further care. All of these patients are in our ICU or will be there very shortly. 3 are in critical condition, and the remaining are all seriously injured. We have 7 male patients and 1 female patient with us. Our Scott and White Blood Center is closed tonight. There's no need for additional blood supplies. We feel like we are adequately covered in that regard, and we're providing attention to the families, trying to give them as much support as they need to help them through this. And we've had a lot of our volunteer staff come in to help us through this, and at this point, patients are doing as well as can be expected for the severity of the injuries that they have sustained. So with that, we will take questions and see if we can't give you some more information.
Could you talk specifically about some of those injuries you're seeing?
Yeah, let me ask my colleagues to address some of those for us.
So I'll be happy to address that. We have seen a variety of injuries ranging from mild and superficial to life-threatening. These have been involving extremities to neck, chest, and abdomen. I won't go into too many specifics about individual patients, but we've seen several different types of injuries this evening.
Have they all needed surgery at this point, and have they gone through surgery at this point?
There have been 2 that have undergone surgery here at Scott and White, and both, one of them is out of the OR and is in the ICU in critical condition. The other one is just finishing in the OR.
Have all the patients' families been contacted?
We are not aware of all of that. Some of the patients' names we don't have yet, but we are working with our chaplain service and the Army to make sure that we have identities for everybody. Obviously, some of these young men and women are serving a good distance from home, so we don't have immediate family a lot of the time. But we are working to get that. We have the majority of them. We just don't have all of them yet.
Is it true that they were all soldiers?
To the best of my knowledge, yes.
Are they alert and talking?
Several of them are, yes. 3 of them are currently on the ventilator and so are unable to speak right now.
Those that have been talking, have they said anything that stands out to
You know, I think that for the most part, it reminds me a little bit of the way the way the soldiers have been in the past, when we've taken care of them on a routine basis, as well as when we took care of them in 2009. They're resilient, and they're always a very positive group of people to be around, and it's always an honor to take care of them.
You were one of the doctors here in 2009.
Yes.
Reflect on today, having been here then.
Well, we've thought about that a lot over the course of this evening, and you know, I was very proud of the way this hospital handled that in 2009. You know, I think it shows really the community we have here and the culture we have at Scott and White. I will say that we have continued over the course of the last few years to engage our partners at Tarnell and across the region to make sure that we are always continuously improving our response to emergency and to disasters such as this. And I feel like those efforts this evening have paid off with huge dividends.
How did the hospital get ready for the patients that were coming in? What did you do?
Well, you want me to address that one again? I think that there's a tremendous amount of human resources that go into that, and we have a very well-coordinated command center that we utilize whenever we have incidents like this, and that was activated again tonight. There are a certain core group of people that come in to help man that every single time that is activated. Then we call in certain core people. And then, of course, we also have just the good people that work here who are interested in helping, volunteering their time, coming in from home.
It's at Scott and White Hospital. 9 patients at Scott and White. They're expecting 1 more, 3 critical, 6 serious, mild to life-threatening injuries to the neck, chest, and abdomen.